Welcome. Peace, peace, peace. First and foremost, it's a blessing to be here today. Like y'all do know, it's Ramadan. I didn't even fully get to eat. I broke my fast. I did break my fast already, but I didn't fully get a meal. I just had my little green smoothie. But I do want to address my post. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I do want to address my post that I made. It seemed like a lot of people is in the comments. A lot of people is going back and forth. A lot of people is, might not agree with what I said, but the truth is the truth, regardless whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it, right? So I'm gonna get to the points. I'm gonna get to the post that I made. I'm glad. I hope y'all tune in, and I hope y'all listen to my words. Hopefully y'all not triggered, by my words. Cause I got love. I love my sisters. I love my sisters. I love my brothers. But like somebody gotta tell us when we wilding, when we tripping, when we going off the edge. Somebody gotta let us know so we could come back, so we could reason, so we could get it together. So I made two posts, right? So the first post, I said, I'm sorry to tell y'all, but women don't decide if they get married, men do. You have to be picked, sweetie. So, walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So, this is the truth. Like, women get picked, right? Like, the man has to propose. The man has to be the one who kind of like asks you. Let me give it to you in layman's terms, right? So think about this. To have sex with somebody, to have sex, for two people to have sex, the woman has to agree, right? The woman has to agree. She has to consent to have sex, right? Because the guy is usually asking the woman, can he have sex with her? So the man is asking for her consent. She has the power when it comes to sex. She has the power to say yes. She has the power to say no. The same thing applies for relationships, right? Because usually after sex, sometimes the woman might ask, so what are we now? She wants to be in a relationship. She wants this guy. She don't want to feel used. So she wants this guy to keep her. And you know what usually happens sometimes? The guy was just there to get laid. The guy was just there to have sex with her. So once he got her permission or he got her consent, now she wants a relationship, and that power goes to him. The man is the one that has the power over the relationship. So you know what usually happens? The man say no. The man say, yo, you know what we just friends. You get curved. So this is the same kind of like example when you think about marriage, right? Marriage is like, okay, cool. You could deny it. You could dispute. You could dispute. You could say no when I propose. You could tell me you don't want to marry me, but at the same time, I have to ask. I have to show interest in you. So at the end of the day, thanks for joining us, sister. But I was just saying, like, the same thing applies with sex. Women have the power to agree to sex, and men have the power to agree to a relationship. And I'm repeating myself. I don't want to repeat myself, but like that's basically what I was saying. I'm just trying to catch people up, and that's what happened in relationships, right? The woman give it up too soon, and then they thinking that they leave with their kitty, or they leave with their kitty, thinking the man gonna stay. And what ends up happening is the man still leave because he didn't want you to begin with. He didn't want to be in a relationship with you. He just wanted the kitty. So the same thing applies to marriage. A guy might entertain you. He might be courting you. He might be doing certain things, but a man knows who he wants to marry. A man knows who he wants to marry. Don't believe the hype of he don't know. A man know what he's looking for, just like a woman know what she's looking for. But a lot of times what ends up happening, also sure you want to convince women. I'm not saying that I want to convince women to start proposing, even though there's nothing wrong with a woman proposing, because Khadija proposed to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. All I'm saying is this: stop leading with your kitty, thinking that you're gonna keep a man, because a man already knows what he wants. A man already knows where he wanna be. So if you thinking that just let him have your kitty, your box, your vagina, if you think that that's going to keep him after y'all have sex, if you think he's going to be in a relationship with you all of a sudden, you're not going to get that man. And I think that's not the main point, but the point that I'm trying to say is like the man chooses who he wants to be in a relationship with. Even though, like y'all said, right, if the woman's not interested, she's not interested. That's cool. I get that. But the man still has to show some type of interest. The man still has to be like, you know what? I want you to be my girl. The man still has to kind of like, you know, show that he's trying to get you. Exactly. You don't get the retention. That's matter of fact, definitely. But I'm going to pin that comment. The cat gets you the attention, but does not get you the retention. So that's kind of like some of the things that I was trying to say when I said that men choose who they want to marry. Marriage is the same thing. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Like, it's the same thing. He has the power to marriage. Like, at the end of the day, it's like this. I have to ask you. I have to ask you in order for you to deny me. I have to ask you. So if I don't ask you, either you're going to ask me, the answer's still going to be no. Because if I don't ask you, I don't want to marry you. If you ask me, I'm still going to say no. So the answer is still no. And that's what I'm trying to get to. Like, you know, so a lot of people said a whole bunch of stuff, right? And all of this goes in connection. The next topic, the next post that I made, it says, how are you such a great woman, but nobody sees your worth for some reason? You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody sees your worth. A lot of women, I see this in the black community a lot, right? Because I don't care about what they do in the other communities. A lot of black women, they will sit here and say that I'm a great woman, I got good worth, I got good this. Women also have to consent to sex. I already said women have to consent to sex. That's the only thing you got power to. You don't have power to the relationship. At the end of the day, why most women ask men after sex, what are we? If they got so much power, why a lot of women ask men, what are we after sex? That's usually what a lot of women be doing that. You know what I'm saying? After sex, they be like, so what are we? Because they lead with their vagina. But I don't want to get caught up because I just said that. So how are you such a great woman when nobody sees your worth? A lot of black sisters, right? They will say things to themselves. Not all of them, right? Because all of y'all want to be playing semantics. A lot of black sisters, they will sit here and hype themselves up. They would say, oh, I'm a great woman. I'm a good catch. I'm a good this. I'm a good that. And then when you ask them, what makes you a great woman? They would say things like, I have a degree, I got my own place, and I have a car. These are some of the main things that these sisters will say from my experience and from just hearing it all around and talking to people. These are the main three things they will say. They would say, I got a degree, I got my own place, and I have a car. Okay. They never say like I'm nurturing, I'm loving, I'm caring, I'm understanding. They don't mention other qualities. They don't mention other things. They just mention I got a degree, I got a car, and I got my own place. So when you think about that, right? Is that really do you really think that's what a man? Some men might be looking for that. They might be looking for a place to sleep. They might be looking for somebody's car to use, or they care to brag about that you got a degree, that you went to law school, that you a nurse, that you whatever. But at the end of the day, a lot of men be looking for peace. A lot of men be looking for, they trying to run from something. They're running from the streets. They're running from their job. They're running from situations. And they just want some peace sometimes. Sometimes they just want somebody to talk to. Most of the time, they just want somebody to talk to. Somebody who understands them. Somebody who they don't have to front around. Because a lot of men have to front around their male friends. So sometimes they just want somebody who they don't have to front around. Who they could be themselves around. They want to be themselves around somebody. So when he come home and shorty acting like the bro, when he come home, like it's just gonna be, sister want to wear the pants, we fighting, we having an issue with each other, we having a problem now. So this is what I'm trying to get to, right? And then you know what it is? Instead of our sisters acknowledging that something is wrong with them, that something is wrong with what they're doing, they pat themselves on the back. They tell themselves like, oh, nah, I'm good. I don't need to change. He better take me as I am. He better embrace me as I am. I come with faults, but you don't want to embrace the faults of that man. You always telling the man to get his act together. You always telling the man he has to change for you. You always telling the man he got to get it together. But the moment he tell you that, right, you just remind him of, I got my own crib, I got my own car, and I got a degree. You know what I'm saying? That's real. That's not wrong. That's real. This I'm telling you, this is what goes on. Like, they pat themselves on, a lot of women pat themselves on the back and they don't take accountability. A lot of women don't take accountability. They don't even say sorry. A lot of women don't even say sorry. They don't even say sorry for the stuff they do. So you know what happens? You go from relationship to relationship blaming the guy. You go from relationship to relationship blaming men for your issues. And then because you keep getting the same, I'm not saying, look, because you keep saying the same thing to yourself, right? It's not me, it's them. It's them. You're in denial of your own sickness. So what you do is you bounce around from men to men, and you keep getting the same type of men. You keep getting the same type of men, and you keep blaming the men that you choose to pick, right? The only reason you pick those men is because other men is not going to put up with your trash. Other men is not going to put up with your garbage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. Other men is not going to put up with your garbage. So you know what? You keep getting the same men, the same beta men who gonna be okay with you disrespecting them, who gonna be okay with you not being loving and not being caring and not having those woman qualities, right? You gonna get those men. You're gonna get the men who don't really care, right? They just there for a moment. They just there for a season. They just there to lay up in your crib. They just there to use you. They just there to drive your car around. They just there to do these things because you know what? You already showed them that you're not the woman they want to be with. You already showed them you're not the woman that they want to marry. You already showed them that you're not it. The moment you showed them that you cut off from your feminine qualities, the man he already made his mind up. The same way a woman gonna make her mind up about a man, right? Like, but again, when you don't have the power to choose your relationships, and I'm not saying that women don't have consent. What I'm saying is this: that power is in the man's hands, just like the power in the woman's hands is sex, right? It's access to the kitty. Hold on. You trying to jump on my live? Hold on, chill. I'm still trying to get to something because men are at fault too. I'm saying I'm telling, and I'm talking to the man. Because some of these brothers, we are in certain conditions, we are in certain situations, and we sit here and we put up with certain things too. We sit here and we put up with a lot of this stuff, right? We sit here and we allow people to disrespect us. Not just, this doesn't go for men, but I'm talking about we allow women to disrespect us. We allow women to do certain things to us, right? We allow women to tell us, oh, you ain't a man. You ain't a real man. How can you tell me and this is another thing. I made a post about this. A lot of these women have daddy issues. They grew up without a father in the house. They don't know what it's like to nurture and to take care of a man. And a lot of y'all gonna come here and say, we're not supposed to take care of the man, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you something. A lot of y'all don't know how to take care of your household because y'all mamas didn't know how to take care of their household. A lot of y'all mamas didn't know how to take care of the households. You know what I'm saying? Like my co-host Kabi saying, a lot of y'all mamas was being passed around. A lot of y'all mamas, you know what I'm saying, y'all grew up seeing a whole bunch of different men coming in the house, eating y'all fruit snacks and drinking y'all Capri Suns. You know what I'm saying? And just wilding your mother out. So a lot of y'all grow up with this mind, and she didn't have a man. She didn't have somebody that wanted to marry her. She didn't have nobody that was constantly present in her house. So you grow up with that mindset. You grow up with the mindset like, I don't need a man. You grow up with the mindset, I don't need a man, because you seen your mother not be with a man. So you grow up with that mindset. Yo, it is what it is. Your mom was a side joint. She was a side joint. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you gotta really think about where your thinking come from. That's real. A lot of y'all mothers was not married. I mean, look. It don't apply to everybody, sister. It don't apply to everybody. There's always an exception, but I'm just speaking. Look, the average black household is a single family household. That's not a coincidence. You know what's so funny? These white women will sit here and talk about feminism, but they getting married. They getting married. They know the importance of creating a union and building a family structure. While our sisters is drinking the juice. And they're like, I ain't marrying nobody. I don't need nobody. And then you sit there and cry in your room alone. You sit there and cry in your house because you know you need help. Because you're trying to be strong for society. You're trying to be strong for everybody else. You're trying to show the world. You're trying to show your kids. You're trying to show everybody else, but then you at home crying, wishing you had somebody to help you. Wishing that somebody could share the responsibilities of raising children together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying on the average. Like, look, you know what's so funny? A lot of black men don't want to put up with some of the stuff that the sisters be doing. And a lot of y'all be complaining about he went to the Spanish woman. You know, the Spanish woman is the next close thing in the hood to the black woman, right? She's the next closest thing. The Spanish woman. I'm just saying, sometimes you gotta address certain things, because a lot of people be in denial about the realities of certain things. And this is free game, you know what I'm saying? Kevin Samuels, usually he would have made one of y'all purchase a little ticket, a little stamp, a little something. This free game right here. So let me tell you this. Damn, you made me lose my train of thought, sister. Damn, I was talking about the Spanish woman. So look, the black man, a lot of black women complain about the black man going to the Spanish woman or going to the white woman or going to all these different women. Let me give you a story real quick. Let me give you a little story real quick. I don't even know how long I've been on this. I don't want to be on this too long. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let me give you a story. I used to go to this place, you know what I'm saying, on the Lower East Side or whatever, to go hang out, to go chill. And, you know, I came there with my boy one time. So I brought my boy there. And my boy, I already know how the black sisters be acting. You know what I'm saying? I know that. He know the attitudes too. So anyway, we go to the spot. And then my boy was trying to talk to the black sisters. He was trying to talk to these black sisters. And I was like, yo, bro, I warned him. Even though he black, he know what's up. I warned him. I said, yo, bro, the black sisters down here be acting stuck up. You know what I'm saying? They don't, I'm telling you, I'm just letting you know what you're getting into. You know what I'm saying? They be acting stuck up. They be acting stink. They be having attitudes, whatever. I'm just letting you know what it is. He said, I'm used to that already. It's cool. He tried to talk to some black sister. You know, she curved him. She whatever. She made like a little nasty face at him. She did all of that. Maybe because he wasn't dressed how she wanted him to be dressed. Or maybe because he didn't look like whatever he looked like. But anyway, the moment some Spanish woman approached us, the moment some other race of women approached us, now they want to be looking at us. Now they want to be all in the business. Now they want to be like, what's going on over there? Like, nah, don't mind your business. Don't be looking over here. Mind your business. Because when the brother was trying to talk to you, when the brother wanted to give you his attention, you wanted to play stuck up and be nasty. So now, when another woman approached them in a different manner, or they had a, you know, she was a little more soft. She was a little more different in her approach, acting like a woman. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to be looking over there. And a lot of times, things like this happen all the time. You know what I'm saying? Men leave their home and go find comfort somewhere else. The same way women do, right? If a woman don't feel like she's being comforted somewhere, she's going to go somewhere else. And this is just what happens. So I'm just saying this because we both got work to do. And I think that a lot of times our sisters be in denial of the work. And we have to carry the load. We always got to be told, oh, you ain't man enough. You ain't real enough. You ain't supporting your kids. You ain't doing this. You ain't got a job. You ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing as a man. And we got to eat that. We got to swallow that as a man, and we got to hold it down, and we got to be like, you know what, you whatever, you right. You know what I'm saying? We got to eat that. And a lot of times, you know, the moment we tell our sisters certain thing, it's just like they can't eat it. They can't handle it. So I was going back to the black and Spanish thing. A lot of black men, right, they'll go to the Spanish woman. That's the next closest thing in the hood. You know what I'm saying, to the black woman. And Spanish women are similar to black women, right? They got their little attitudes. They got whatever they got. But let me tell you what the difference is. The difference is this. I'm saying, let me tell you what the difference is between the black woman and the Spanish woman, in my opinion. Most Spanish or Hispanic people grew up in a two-parent household. Most. I'm saying, even if the daddy wasn't doing nothing, they grew up in a two-parent household, most of them. More than black people. I would say that. More than black people. So, even if she had the same attitude, a lot of them witnessed their mother taking care of their father. A lot of them witness their mothers catering to their fathers. So you know what? A Spanish woman would, in some cases, be able to know how to take care of a man better than the black woman. Because most black households, right, is a single parent household. So if you never experience your mother taking care of a man, if you never experience a man in your house that was rearing you, that was taking care of you, if you never witnessed what what a man should look like or should appear like, then you're gonna have problems taking care of him, catering to him. You're gonna have problems even identifying what are some identifications of a real man. And this is why I made a post like a while ago that said, do not sit here and let these women tell you what a real man should be. Don't sit here and let these women tell you what a real man should. No, it said, don't let women with no daddies tell you what a real man is. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, back to the brothers. Like some brothers, like I said, everybody know what they want to marry. You know what I'm saying? Man know what they want to marry if they do want to marry. Women know if they do. So, but a lot of times we are fed this narrative about not getting married. You know what I'm saying? The black woman is the least to be married. She's the least desirable to get married. That's a problem. That's a problem. And a lot of them think it's not because of them. A lot of them think they not the problem. A lot of them think, and again, this is not to bash black women, but I'm just trying to highlight that you have some issues, just like our men have some issues. I get on black men too. I definitely get on black men. But like, black men could kind of like, black men could kind of be like, you know what, you're right. We got a problem. We got to do better. But when you tell a sister something is wrong with them, they'll start calling you misogynist. They start calling you sexist. They'll start calling you all type of stuff because they don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear, like, you know what, I got a problem. And just because you have a problem does not mean you're not a decent person. It does not mean you're not a human being. And I think that's the problem. We think that because we have some defects that it makes us less human. It does not. It just means you got a little work to do. You got a little work to do. We all got a little work to do. That's it. We all got a little work to do. That's all. Do I date black women? Of course. I be trying to date black women. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to marry me a black sister. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard. Y'all hard to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And that's the truth. Not all of them. Not all of them. There's some sweet ones. You know what I'm saying? But the sweet ones usually be ugly. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. The sweet ones usually be ugly. The black sisters that usually get it, they usually be ugly. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, maybe maybe not to my liking. Let me put it like that. They not to my liking. I'm saying, I don't think you definitely, it's a lot of toxic. It's a lot of toxicity in our communities, and I think we all need to be accountable. I think a lot of times that's what happens too, right? The people that we found most desirable are the people who might not have no morals, are the people who don't want to hear what you got to say. They don't want to change certain things. They don't want to do certain things. It usually be like that. And I be trying, and I'm sitting here like this, right? And I be like, yo, like, why should I keep trying? Am I just trying to get married to a black woman for the sake of people saying that I'm black enough? And sometimes you got to think about that, right? Sometimes you got to think about, like, because this is the mindset that I have, right? Like I always say, I would never marry a white woman. I say that. But then at the same time, I'm Muslim, right? So if a Muslim white woman came along, technically, if she pleases me, if her religion pleases me and her beauty and her morals, then I should marry her. So I shouldn't be feeling, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be on some nationalist stuff. But at the end of the day, like, you know, we deviate, right? We have our little issues that we just can't. So at the end of the day, I know what the symbolism of building a black family means. So when people sit here and say, like, I don't got to get married, and it usually... a lot of women and men in our communities be like, I don't got to get married. I don't got to do this. I don't got to do that. And it's like, yo, how you think you're going to build a household? How you think you're going to build a home? It's not working. This whole co-parenting, this whole, you're going to go to daddy house and you're going to go to mommy house this week and you're going to keep ping-ponging. It's not working. It hasn't been working. So obviously we need to go back to building families. We need to go back to getting married. We need to go back to structuring our communities. And it starts with the family household. So when people sit here and say, like, I don't need to get married, it's just like, no, like, you probably can't get married. You probably are looked at as undesirable to get married. That's really what it is. So to make yourself feel better, you pat yourself in the back and you say, no, I'm an independent woman. I don't need no man. I don't got to do that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go be a baby mama like your mama was. You're going to go be a side chick like your mama was. You're going to sit here. You're going to sit here and get assistance from the government instead of getting assistance from a man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go do these things. You're going to go through the same cycle that your mama went through because that's your mama and she taught you. So, and that's cool. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Your mama was getting passed around. Your mama was a side chick and you're going to be a side chick too. And you know what I'm saying? And this is the cycle, right, with the men, right? Your daddy was a deadbeat. You know what I'm saying? And you become a deadbeat too a lot of times, right? Because it's like, well, I don't even know how to take a kid. Like, I don't even, you feel the pressures and you run off. So usually we repeat the cycles of our parents. A lot of times we repeat it's not just the woman, not just the black woman. A lot of times we repeat the cycles of our parents. A lot of times we date people that resemble our parents. That's about who you mean. Exactly. It's about who make you happy. You know what I'm saying? It's about who make you happy at the end of the day. And I think that a lot of black sisters don't get that. Like they'll start talking. They're quick to talk trash about the black men who go date white women or who get married to a white woman. But then it's like, yo, you don't want to take accountability for certain things. I know plenty of men who they tried it with black women or they was trying to beat there with them and then they just couldn't take it. They was just like, yo, bro, I'm out of here. Like I'm not fighting to love you. Nobody want to fight you to love you. No, nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to fight you to love you. Listen to that. Nobody wants to have to fight you to love you. Like, no. I know you've been hurt. I know you've been, you've been traumatized. I know you went through things. I went through things too. But like, people be trying to be happy at the end of the day. And we just are reminders. We just remind each other of our suffering and our pain. And that's why we don't be dealing with each other. I'm saying, like, people gonna go where they treated nice. I'm saying, don't be mad at them. Don't be mad at them because they leave you. You know what I'm saying? Look at yourself and be like, well, don't listen to society telling you ain't nothing wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to society when they tell you ain't nothing wrong with you, girl. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Keep being insufferable. Keep being disrespectful. Keep being, you know what I'm saying? Keep emasculating your men. Keep being condescending. Keep being emotionally draining. Keep being all these things. Keep being all of that. Keep being. I'm not saying you're not strong at the same time. I'm not saying you're not resilient. I'm not saying you're not smart. I'm not saying you don't got all those other qualities. But at the same time, you got some qualities that you need to work on. And those are the qualities that I'm highlighting right now. Those are the qualities that make men leave you. Those are the qualities that make people not want to be around you. So at the end of the day, like, keep letting society tell you you good. You don't need to change nothing. You don't need to do nothing, because that's what's gonna keep happening. What's gonna keep happening is people gonna keep leaving. People gonna keep going about their business. Don't get me wrong. You're going to get some men. You're going to get some men that like that toxic stuff. You're going to get some men that like to be talked down to. You're going to get some men. And this is not about being strong, because a lot of people think strong means all of these things. Being disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? Being insufferable, being a nag. Like, people think all these things that way, basically. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So people think, yeah, that the bad is really outweighing the good. And I think, like, it's hard for our sisters to see that. And the longer it takes them to see that, the longer you're going to keep having these problems in your relationship. The longer you're going to keep having these no good brothers. And then you blame, and then you want to blame the men. You be like, ain't no good men out here. And then you probably didn't even want the good men. You probably didn't want the whack square dude that had the 9-to-5 job, that, you know what I'm saying, that was regular Joe. You don't want that. You wanted the drug dealer. You wanted the trapper. You sought out certain men. Maybe because your mother did that too. Maybe because your mama wanted to be with the trappers when she was younger. Maybe your mama wanted to be in the mix, and she wanted to be like, you know what I'm saying, she wanted to be lit. She wanted to be that. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. A lot of chicks is side girls because their mama was a side chick. So it's constant. Exactly. So I just think, I believe in marriage. And at the end of the day, look, I know who I want to marry. I know what qualities I look for in a woman. So if I spent on you and I curved you, you already know what's up. You wasn't it. You might be it for somebody else. And that's totally respectful. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I got love for everybody. I don't mean I don't got love for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean I don't got love for you. I got love for all my people. But look, at the end of the day, I'm about to go because I've been on the rant for a little bit. But I just want to share that message with you. We got to be better. The black man and the black woman got to be better. At the end of the day, like, stop telling yourself you're a great woman and you out here alone. And a lot of y'all gonna say it's because y'all wanted to. A lot of y'all gonna say it's because you don't need no man, or you want to do your own thing. No, everybody wants companionship. Everybody wants to feel good. Everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to be taken care of. Everybody wants to be in a cohesive relationship. Come on. Yeah, you came out the end. Yeah, I'm gonna save it. Everybody wants to be loved. They want to be taken care of. They like that feeling. That feeling feels good. That feeling feels good. So don't sit here and tell me that you're a great woman, but no man has recognized your good qualities. You can't sit here and tell me that. You cannot sit here and tell me that you're a great woman and all the guys out here in the world blind. You can't. Somebody lying. Either you're not a great woman and you got some good qualities and some bad qualities, or the men that you are seeking just have bad qualities, or the men that you are seeking are just doing certain things that are not that good, but you like it. Some people just like the hood stuff. They just like it. They just like that ninja stuff. You know what I'm saying? They just like it. You know what I'm saying? They just like it. Some people just like it. You know what I'm saying? That's the real. Definitely, we could talk about it. So, and that's the thing I just wanted to get at, because that's the 2 posts that I made. So I just wanted to explain myself. Relationship is only stress if you don't got your problems correct. If you don't got your issues in check, relationship gonna be stress. This is human nature. This is not something coming from me. This is human nature. Humans do not change throughout time. They don't change. Things around us change. Trends, right? Societal trends and whatever society try to push on us, that changes. Humans don't change. Go read the book, The Laws of Human Nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, look, you could disagree. It's cool. But this is the people that usually have the most problems. When you can't accept that people change, that people don't change, that people follow laws of human nature. I mean, you might not want a relationship, and that might come from your trauma of being played, or being in a traumatic situation. But at the same time, ask yourself, how might you have contributed to that traumatic situation? How might you have contributed to a no good man? How might you have contributed? Hold on. I'm gonna save this live, and then we could probably go live after, because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to keep this nice and short and sweet, and I want to save this, and then we could come back and have a conversation. But I just wanted to share that with y'all, man. Stop telling yourself you the ish. You know what I'm saying? When you know, you just might be a fart. You just might be a fart. But definitely I'm gonna come back and we're gonna have this conversation. So y'all take care. Y'all have a good one. Hopefully y'all benefited from this conversation and what was said. But I'm gonna come right back on. All right, peace.